time restricting the screen.
KN6, KNE, K6EGG. KN6, KNE, K6EGG. KN6, KNE, K6EGG.
K6EGG, KN6KNE. Hello, Greg, hear from you.
What's up, buddy? I tried calling you on the 70 centimeter one, and I don't think you heard me, so I don't know if they're all connected together or what's going on, exactly how this works. I'm still kind of new to the D-Star thing. It's nice to hear you.
Well, I'm glad you found me. I didn't know which one to set. I didn't select the other one. I thought I heard Gabe set 70 Charlie, which would be this one. But glad that you found me. Good to hear from you. I'm currently in a hotel near Boston.
Excellent. Which hotspot you talked to me on there?
Oh, I'm not sure what your question is. Which one again? I'm connected through my open spot.
Oh, copy that. Yeah, I was just wondering how you were connected. So you actually talking into a radio, but the thing you're talking into your radio with is connected to the internet?
Yes, affirmative. The open spot 3 is connected to my phone, which is acting like a hotspot right now. So the open spot 3 is connected to the internet, and the open spot 3 is able to connect to the D-Star reflectors. So I told the open spot 3 I am 70 Charlie, and then I'm talking to you via my Yaesu HT at very low power, connected to open spot 3. I hope that's not too convoluted and
Not at all. I'm just trying to learn and see how this works, because when I start traveling again, I would love to to be able to connect with people back home and stuff like that. I know obviously you're on the road with your profession, and it looks like in October I might be doing a little traveling, or even if let's just go out of town for a night, or I'm at work or something, I'm not close to you guys. It'd be kind of cool. I can text you guys or whatever and just say, hey, meet me over on 70 Charlie, whatever. And this repeater is normally hooked up to that. It's weird because I tried talking to you on the 440 version of this repeater, and it didn't. You didn't answer me back.
Okay, you want to do a test? I can program it to the other one. On my end, it would be 70 Bravo. You want it now?
No, it's okay. I just wanted to see. I didn't realize you have to do it for each one. I thought the repeaters were all tied together. So when I keyed up the 440 machine, it would go through the 2-meter machine, which you're the one that you're connected to. So I didn't understand how all these were linked together.
Roger, Greg. Roger. And I connected to the Charlie, which is the 2-meter one. I have to select the other one for the other band. What am I trying to say? It's late here. Okay. I will review the live stream to see how the audio sounds. But traveling is a great idea. Tony's going to go on a trip in August, and he's going to take my open spot 3, and so he can talk to home, either through this repeater or 8th repeater, which is connected to 14 Charlie. It's also got the P repeater, which is connected to 12 Alpha. So the different reflectors can,
And copy, and we're on D-Star right now, I'm assuming, right? And you're talking on a Yaesu? I thought they had Fusion.
Yes, that's right. The old Spot 3 is able to do cross mode. So Yaesu can, I can tell the old Spot 3 to connect on radio to D-Star. And also the Fusion stuff, Wires X chat rooms, and vice versa. My D-Star radio can connect to networks. So it's capable of.
I had some packet loss there towards the end, and then you dropped out. So I don't know if you're still there.
Oh yes, still here. Sometimes the digital mode, I think not all the packets are transmitted, so it drops out. But yes, Open Spot 3 is able to do cross mode, so you can radio.
Excellent. I'm definitely going to look into one of those. That would be fun to do. How do you program it? Through the computer? You have to have a Windows machine, or do you put them in on the spot itself? Or maybe I should do some research on YouTube.
It's very easy. OpenSpot 3 runs on its like a browser web page, and everything is through there. How you program it, how you set it up. It doesn't. I shouldn't even use the word program. You just basically set the radio. Tell it, hey, I'm using my Yaesu radio today or my D-Star radio, and then select the mode that you want to use, and the chat room or whatever you want to connect to, and that's it. It's pretty.
That's pretty cool. I don't know if you were watching the other night. I think it was Saturday night. I'm trying to think. It's Eric, I think maybe. He was in New Zealand. He caught us on the stream, and we ended up all going over to I believe, this machine, and he connected the reflector, and all of us had a chance to do say a little hello to him. So that's pretty cool stuff. This would be good for the car if I'm in the area where, driving to Vegas where there's no repeaters or anything, and I could just, connect to a reflector through my cell phone and stuff like that. I can still, stay in contact with everybody and act like, basically I'm just, talking to a normal repeater. So is that basically what the hotspot does? It's a little mini repeater?
Yeah, in fact, I've spoken to a few truck drivers. This is popular among truck drivers. When they're on the road, all they need is a cell signal, and then have the open spot 3 connect to the specific place, like the reflector or the reflectors. And then the radio is connected to the open spot, and that's it. Yeah, it's great for traveling. All you need is
You dropped out as all you need is and then drop out.
Oh, Roger. Greg, I think that's me, operator error. I think I unkeyed too fast. And I think being a digital mode, it probably doesn't have all the little packets, and that dropped out. All you need is a cell signal when you're on the road. And then use that as your internet source. So very popular among truck drivers.
Can I go in analog and come out D-Star? Does it do that?
I don't think so. You need a digital radio to make it work. I don't, and you know what? Yeah, when my AC radio is on analog, it will receive a signal, but it's a digital, so nothing will come out. I have to select the digital mode for it to for me to hear a.
Copy that. It's some good info. I'm going to do some research on this the next couple weeks or so. That would be nice to have. Although I don't know if I want to buy another HT. I know Icom was coming out with a 5200. Does that sound right? HT that had D-Star on it. I don't think it ever came out though. So I might wait till that and then do it. But that'll be great to stay in contact. Although I could do it with my that WF software that seems to be pretty solid. But it'd be nice to go through a repeater too.
Roger. Hopefully we can meet soon at Flo's, and I'll bring this little gadget along and do a quick demo, and I think you'll really like it. It's just another way to make contacts. I like it a lot. When I'm on the road, I can bring it with me and talk to different people. So it's a very handy little gadget. It's pretty easy to use. The only thing is, it's 300 euros. 300 euros. You get like.
So it's probably over $400 after it's delivered U.S. I'm guessing. So our dollar's actually kind of gone up a little bit. So we're a little closer to the euro, but I'm guessing that's pretty close to $400 if I'm right.
Yes, it is. With shipping, it's just a little over 4. There are other spots like Zoom Spot and other hotspot type gadget that is cheaper. But some of those, you have to plug it into a computer. The thing with the open spot is that it's very simple. It's a standalone thing. You don't need to plug it into anything. You just need to have a cell phone that can emit the hotspot signal, and then have the open spot 3 connect to that. And that's basically it.
And you just put your call sign basically in the hotspot, and then with a space, and then I think a S or B, whatever. I think that's how you register it. Is that how that goes?
Trying to remember. That's where my call sign comes up. I think I put it in the open spot, I believe. You know, that may be from the radio. I think the call sign you see at the screen might be from my radio, my HD, because I think when I'm on the D-Star radio connected to the open spot, it would have a slightly different notation. I would have the D-Star radio where I put a slash and I put 7100.
It's weird. I don't see your GPS, or I saw your call sign at the beginning, which was weird. Also, when you have, I don't know if you're watching the stream, you'll probably watch it when you come back, when we're done talking here or whenever. Whenever you get some data packet losses, there's an L that pops up towards my clock. So keep an eye on that. That's kind of interesting.
Okay, I'll check that out and try to figure out what that means. But yes, you know, the way I look at packet loss, and that seems to be pretty regular. You know, sometimes I talk to somebody, a stranger, and all of a sudden either I fade away or they fade away. So that's pretty common, especially with a mobile unit that's moving with a cell phone. So, you know, it's kind of like HF, right? Or you know, in general. You know, signals sometimes just come and go, the signals. So, yeah, I can live with that. That's the nature of radio. So, even in this digital mode.
Yep, copy that. Totally understand. So, don't want to tie up this repeater up too long. Wasn't anybody on it when we got on, which was good. But appreciate Dennis if you're out there listening. For this use it again. It's a good repeater here. Good coverage. I wish I had a mobile radio that I can connect to it, and it's nice to talk to Denny out there. And up where you're probably staying by Logan Airport there.
Yeah, I'm just northwest Logan Airport at the Hilton Garden Inn Hotel. Staying here until tomorrow afternoon local time.
Yeah, copy that. I spent a lot of time in and out of that airport. I know whatever it was 15 years ago when they're doing a bunch of construction around, I ended up flying into Bradley, which is whatever, 45-minute drive away, and it was actually easier to get in and out of that airport. So I used to spend a lot of time in that neck of the woods. Don't miss it, by the way. Have some sirloin tips if you can. I know that seems to be pretty popular. It used to be, though. So anyways, Danny, thanks for connecting up, and I would love to have breakfast with you one of these days, or lunch or whenever, and we can chat more about this. But have a safe trip home. This is Greg, K6EGG, base out in Chino, California, for Denny, KN6KNE out in Boston.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, copy Bradley. I haven't been there in a while, but I flew in there a few times with the company. Hey, thanks for calling me and checking in and make my trip a little bit more interesting with this open spot and Reflect 70 Charlie contact. K6EGG, KN6KNE, in 7-3. See you later, Greg. Nice.
Take care and safe travels. K6EGG QSY to 144-250 upper sideband. Thanks again for the use of repeater. Let me give me a few minutes. I want to see if anybody else popped on here. That was Denny, KN6KNE out in Boston. He's on a work business trip and staying out by Logan Airport, or somewhere I used to frequent very, very often that I don't anymore. I'm just trying to pull somebody's call letters up here. Trying to find Dennis's. Oh yeah, here it is. It's K6RYZ. Dennis, thank you very much. Just want to make sure I got that through, and really appreciate the use of the repeater here. I'm going to go over to our normal rag sheet frequency here. People. Sounds like some people there on 144, 215. Let's go back to our normal rack shoe frequency.
K6EGG monitoring 144, 250, City of Chino. Back on analog. Just got done with talking to Denny over on D-Star out in Boston.
Was that Greg out there? This is WA6QXA.
Yes, it is. I talked to Denny for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the Keller Peak repeater. He was over at staying over by Logan Airport and over in Boston right now.
Oh wow! How do you know that?
I tried calling for anybody on the frequency, and he popped up, and he's on YouTube and said he's monitoring reflector 70 Charlie, which is the D-Star frequency, a D-Star repeater up on Keller.
Cool, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It came in pretty good. We got a little bit of packet loss, I think, on his end, but yeah, I mean, he sounded like he was down the street. That was pretty cool stuff.
One time I talked to him on Gabe's repeater, and he was up in Oregon or something like that. There was like some packet loss too, where he was cutting in and out a little bit.
Definitely readable. Now I want to get a D-Star. I want to get one of those open spots if I start traveling again. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I think the cutting in that was on his open spot, though. I'm not sure. Good evening. Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Keith, did you see the picture I sent you? Yeah, I did. I don't even know what it is.
Well, if you look at the picture, you see that big choke. Put 25 turns of choke in there, and that's plugs to plug all my ham gear in, my computer in, and that's 20 plugs.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Greg was saying he spoke to Denny from Logan Airport in Boston tonight.
Oh, really? Good. On what frequency?
He was doing D-Star.
Oh.
Off the Keller Peak repeater.
Oh, and Denny was in the airplane?
No. He was staying at an airport hotel near Logan.
Oh, he's flying a big jet?
Yes, well, he wasn't flying at the time, but he was staying in the hotel.
He was there, he flew up there with a big jet?
Yes, he did.
So that, I like your comment. I'm rebuilding the house, but I want everything all filtered. And then when it goes to my power supply, I refilter it again. So I just got an HF tonight, and everybody it must have been doing something to my radio. Everybody gave me a banging report. They're running 800 watts down to me, and they told me I was extremely loud.
That's based on what you just made that's causing that?
Yep.
Awesome. Good for you, man.
They couldn't believe I was running 100 watts. Yeah, they want me to come in tomorrow morning. I'll be talking to them every night. Next time I'll let you listen to the audio. I'll pipe it into it. But that's what they told me. They said it was extremely loud.
That was what, 40 meters?
75 meters.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyway, I worked on the car there, my HF there, and I got it on here, but I don't quite got it working right yet. It ain't working right yet. You gotta play with that stuff with HF to get it all tuned up. But yeah, I'm gonna get it working, but it ain't working right.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Well, I gotta do a little peeking and tweaking. I think I got a back coax cable. When I lift it up, it goes off and on anyway. I'm gonna take the whole coax cable off. It's into a tuner, so I gotta pull it all apart and everything.
amazing. Yeah, cool.
And I got it in the station. I got it up here now. So, man, everything is filtered super clean.
You're going to run out of projects to do.
Not really.
I know there's always something to do in there.
I dream of projects. I make projects.
You make problems so you can fix them, right?
Right. I'm going to get that cart thing going. I want to get that going good, but that's, yeah, I don't got it quite figured out what's all going on. I'll figure it out, but I don't know what's quite going on right there. The two-meter and the side manager and the D-start, everything works really good on that thing. I'm extremely happy with that. It's working perfect. But now I'm working on the HF on the cart, and it's not very good.
Oh, you'll get it.
I'm waiting for your HF. Yeah, I'm going to get your HF to the station. They come over and work mine on 100 watts. You'll be shocked. You got to do all these little detail works.
Well, don't hold your breath on me because I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do.
Okay. So, how's your hum? You going to put chokes on it or what?
If I can figure out where the hum's coming from.
It's not a bad hum. It's a high pitch. I hear it every once in a while. It kind of goes in and out. Do you have any cables running alongside each other? You should make the cables crisscross, go over top. Don't have two cables running in the same direction with each other. That sometimes creates a ground loop too.
I'll have to take a look.
You ever heard of that before, Greg?
Yeah, I've tried that a few times, especially in the work atmosphere. It's usually the power cables that, if you cross them, they phase cancel each out, their EMI out. For the audio side of things, I don't think it has worked, but you definitely want to cross a power cable at a 90 if possible, in theory.
You hear that, Keith?
Greg, I'm not following you. Like, cross a 90 on a power cable. What do you mean?
I don't think that's the problem with your hum. Is I think it's electronically induced. So something in your shack needs to be floated, or something in your shack needs to be grounded. As far as what I mentioned about the hum or the power cables and stuff, generally, if you run two power cables, mainly high voltage ones, not normal ones, but they could do the same thing. You get it creates EMI. It's just a bunch of phasing between the EMI cables, and it basically gets super loud. But if you cross them at a 90 degree, just like a normal cross, they'll phase each other out, and you should not get any of that in the air.
Okay, I understand now.
And by the way, you sound different tonight.
Well, what? Like, in what way?
I don't know. You just sound monotone, I guess.
I just thought of something, Greg. Radios, I got them on my stereo system there. I got another one there. You can put that in between your microphone there, and that gets rid of a lot of things. And it's got a little button on there too, and you can drop the ground off of it too, in and out, and also got a polarity thing. Are you following me there, Keith?
I thought you were talking to Greg. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. It's made XLR. I got some. I got a spare one. Let you borrow. It'll plug right in. You plug it right in. You come off your mic. You plug it in this, and then you must got a plug where you plug something in. So you take that plug out, plug it in the box, and then you plug on the other side of this box. And it gets rid of all the ground loops and all this kind of stuff, humming the buzz.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's made by radio, see? Yeah, I'll get one up tomorrow. You can borrow it. This might help.
All right, I'm into checking it out. So, Greg, when you say I sound monotone, is that me, my voice, or is it the microphone, something that doesn't sound right?
No, you just don't sound that excited tonight. I guess your presence.
I'm a little. You're pretty perceptive. I'm pretty tired. I did about a 2.5-hour bike ride, and I was running off low energy, where I was kind of getting really weak because I only had a bagel. I wasn't planning on pedaling as far as I really did. And I made it to this store, and I grabbed a power bar just to put something in my stomach because I was kind of low blood sugar or whatever. I was just, acting kind of weird. So I'm a little tired this evening, but I'm trying to hang in there.
I understand how you feel, pal.
You rode the bicycle today. Did you put your tent on there yet or no?
Nah, I didn't do that. I've been listening to my, I got those earbuds, those Apple earbuds, whatever they're called, and I'm listening to music through my iPhone with those things. That kind of helps pass the time.
Oh, yeah.
But I just kind of pedaled further than I expected because it's a long story, but I couldn't get to, I was on a bike path and I couldn't get off of a street that I thought I could, so I had to go to the next street to get off of the bike path, go along the river, and so it added about 3 miles to my pedal, and I just started losing it a little bit. It goes to show you can't go out and do major exercise without something in your gut. Got to keep the energy level up.
I know I walked for 30 minutes straight for the first time in probably 3 months, and I'm whooped.
30 minutes tonight?
I did this morning and then sat in a sauna for another 30 minutes to keep the heart rate up.
Well, you're getting around. Good for you. How do you feel less sore over than the day or two before?
Oh, I feel pretty sore. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
I never realized just standing up from a sitting position how much gut muscle that's required.
And imagine not having them to use, or them all whacked out of shape.
Yeah. I mean, I never realized that until I've understood what your situation is all about. I'm man, I never knew, never thought about it, I guess. So what are you thinking? You going to be good to go for Sunday for work?
I would say, yeah, as long as I don't hurt myself in between now and then, yeah, I should be good to go. I'm going to do another walk tomorrow and Saturday. I'm going to go up to 35 minutes. I'm progressively doing 5 minutes more each day, so I'm going to try to get up to an hour before next week. But if I can definitely do the 35 minutes, 40 minutes on Saturday, I should be good it should be enough for me to walk around at work. That was my biggest concern. Because the first week, I was not able to walk around for more than 5 minutes without having some pretty uncomfortable feelings, so to speak. It still kind of hurts getting in and out of my car.
Now, when you're walking, are you walking kind of a little bit up and down elevations, or is it pretty level ground?
No, I'm not allowed to use the incline. Actually, I'm at the gym on the treadmill, and they suggested not using the incline for 3 weeks after the surgery, so I got another week and a half before I can start getting deep in there. But I definitely feel that stuff has been moving around in there. I'm in a lot better position than I was last time. I was expecting to be in a lot more pain than I was. Although I was very optimistic going in, sticking to this plan of pain management from this doctor that he gave me. I think that he made a huge difference in how I dealt with this compared to last time. I wasn't given any info on how to do anything. So at this point, I should stay active. They basically said I can get really stiff, and that can cause a lot of scar tissue to build up, and that wouldn't be very good for recovering.
Okay, I didn't realize you were going to the gym doing the walking thing. I thought you were doing it around the neighborhood or something.
No, and I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to walk up steps. I wanted to keep a nice even pace. I didn't want to like walk on grass and then have to run across the street really quick because a car is coming. I wanted to stay at a one pace the whole time. At least that's what I've read to do, to kind of slowly get your body into shape, because a lot of the muscles around that area are all jacked up too, the nerves. That's another thing with your core. There's a ton of nerves down there that connect to a bunch of different things in your back and even in your teeth. So I'm even getting feelings in my teeth and in my throat. So I really got to be careful on how I push myself. So I heard walking on flat's the best thing to do, and I think the treadmill at the gym is probably the best thing to do.
Well, I say you're doing quite well based on the fact that you went in a week ago, Monday, was it?
Yeah, it was just 10 days from today. So the doctor was right. He was right down the right. He's perfect. I thought he was smoking crack, and that's the first thing I'm going to tell him when I see him in about 2 weeks.
Oh, you have a follow-up in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, he's going to kind of, I think, bend me in a couple different ways and make sure everything's set right and feel around and see if things set right. Depending if I feel pain or not, I might have to get another MRI to make sure everything was connected correctly and stuff like that. But I'm definitely still feeling some pain that I had before, but it's not as sharp, and it's a little duller, and it's kind of in a different place. So hopefully, one of the trainers I talked to too at the gym said a lot of times when you tear a muscle, like what I did, your tendons tend to have more pressure on them, and until you build up the muscle around the muscle you tore and the muscle you tore back, those tendons going to be a lot more pressure, and I think that's the problem I have right now.
Man, the situation's complicated, isn't it?
Dude, when your core muscles are everything for a human. You do everything with them. You get up, you get down, you twist, you turn, you use it to go to the bathroom, you use it to pass gas. So everything, I don't know, man. It's very difficult. Everything goes through that part of the body. I wish I'd broke my finger or something again.
I don't know if you're interested, but some of us are going to meet for lunch tomorrow out here in Lakewood. A little bit of a haul for you on a Friday afternoon, but if you like making the cruise, feel free to come out.
I would absolutely love to. I just don't think I could sit in the car for that long for a couple different reasons. But I definitely will. If I'm off next time, I'll take you up on the offer. That's the other thing. I don't want to get too personal, but I got to kind of stay close to a bathroom because I'm taking some stuff to keep things, should I say, flowing.
Moving. Got it. Well, I just wanted to let you know, just in case I didn't want you to feel like we're like leaving you out, because we're definitely not.
No, man, I would love to come, but maybe not this time. And especially, if it was another day of the week, I'd probably do it. Just a Friday before a 3-day weekend is really, really bad for traffic going my direction.
Oh, that reminds me, the traffic coming home the other day was like horrible, and I was like on the road, gosh, like noon, 12:30 or something like that.
Really?
Well, stop that one time going to your house for no reason. I mean, once it picked up, there was like no accident or not even a cop car stopping somebody for a ticket. That was one situation. But coming home, there was two different areas where it just got really slow. It got slow at the 60-57 interchange, and it got slow one other area I'm trying to remember. It was like, I didn't get it. Because nowhere was there an accident or anything that would have caused a slowing of the action.
Yeah, that area at the 5760, and it is always bad. Either it's bad during the day because of traffic, or it's bad at night because they're doing road construction. So there's no way getting around that area. I usually try to avoid it. I think the way you're coming, it was not much you can avoid.
Then it got slow, 57 getting towards the 91, like in the Fullerton area. Then going on the 91 because I wanted to go to HRO and return that defective part. Driving home on the 91 afterwards was like busy, which has been busy a lot lately going eastbound, westbound, before you get to the 605. It's like it just gets slow, kind of like the 6057 thing does.
Yeah, here's the other thing is there's a lot more cars on the road because people aren't carpooling. I ride in the carpool lane because I have the electric car, and it's usually not bad unless it's on a weekend. But like during in the mornings, there's nobody in the carpool lane.
Well, the roads are back to like normal. It's not pandemic time anymore on the freeways.
COVID traffic's over.
Yeah, go break.
According to the news, there's a new strain going around, and it's picking up. Over.
Is it causing the traffic to get slower on the freeway?
No, a new strain of pandemic stuff. Over.
Right.
Oh yeah, they'll probably try to close us in a couple of weeks. I'm guessing around the 15th of July they'll try to close us.
Sure hope not. I have 2 little vacations planned out in July and early August.
As long as they're out of state, you'll probably be safe.
One of them is Big Bear for a week.
That might be a problem.
Fred, did you say something?
Yeah, I said, hey, Greg, do you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Is my audio sound any different than normally or no?
It sounds a little cleaner.
Please.
I think it sounds cleaner too.
I've got chokes. I choked it. I choked it good.
It's all your imagination. Didn't sound any worse without it.
As long as there's no chickens involved, if you're choking there, you're probably good to go.
Well, Alex here is, you got to forgive him. He's older and he's losing his hearing. He can't tell, any difference in the frequencies.
We're going to tell him my chicken died.
His chicken died.
He must have choked it too much.
I want to buy that stock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're helping that stock go up.
Yeah. No, I got these, the ones out of Utah.
Are they any better quality or better price? Is that why you went through that company?
Yeah, they're cheaper.
But basically the same thing?
Yeah, well, they got the big chokes. These are 4-inch. I showed you a picture of them.
Are the other standard chokes still more reasonable than the other ones?
Yep.
Well, you have to turn me on to that place.
Yeah, about $1.50 choke cheaper.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah, Ward's going to buy some more chokes. You remember how much money he spent on chokes already?
And he's ready to buy some more?
Yep. He spent, what, $400?
Yeah, something like that. He's already gone through them.
I went through mine, too. I spent $400, too.
Like I said, I want to buy stock in those companies.
I got a couple left. Maybe I got $100. I went through $300 worth already. You got to remember, I put them on my stereo system, too. Put them on my wife's computer system,
I'll be right back. K6EGG.
I put them on free computers, And I put them on my stereo system. Remember I told you that? So there's where they're all going. And then the ham radio here put a bunch.
Roger. Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion with this buzz that I'm having that it might be in my little, I have a little phantom power supply that I bought, and maybe it's not the highest quality in the world. What I should try to do is put the phantom power through my mixer, which is a higher end, situation, and see if it eliminates that buzz. That would let me know it's coming from that power supply.
You don't got any wall warts in your they're running, do you? The things charge up your phone and stuff?
The power supply has a wall wart for that phantom power.
Oh, maybe that's it.
That's what I'm thinking it could be, and that's why I'm willing to give it a shot with putting it through another source and see if that resolves the problem. Then I'll know it's the power supply, the phantom power supply. This situation requires a phantom power, which I need to get a power supply to do so.
Right. And you can put a choke on that thing.
Yeah, well, if I discover that's what the problem is, that's exactly what I'll do. I'm always wondering, that I got the choke for my 818 that goes on the cord. If I could just borrow that and see if that resolves the problem, do you think that would work?
Where'd that choke come from?
It came with the 818 when I bought it. It was designed to put on the power cord for the 818.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. That's a little choke. I'm thinking of a little bigger one.
That little one probably won't make any difference.
Yeah, I think a little bit bigger choke. Why don't you just go to HRO and buy some chokes? You're going to need them anyway.
I haven't needed chokes for anything up to this point in time. I'm not having all these choke problems that you're having.
I'm not having any problems. I just put it in and run a clean station. It ran fine without the chokes.
Well, I feel mine's working just fine, but all of a sudden I got this buzz. I want to take care of that where I'm willing to choke, but I don't want to choke everything up if it's not causing a problem.
You ain't going to lose anything.
Money.
Okay.
You just said you spent like, what, $300? You're going to buy some more? $400, whatever it was?
Yeah, but I got my stereo system. I told you it helped my stereo system. I got on computers. It did help the computers. I got them on my router. I got them on my Wi-Fi. It fixed every once in a while. I had to reboot that thing. I haven't rebooted that thing now 9 months now. It's running perfect now.
Hey, let me ask you this. I've had this happen twice to me on my 9700 where I try to turn it off, it freezes, where it won't turn off on me. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, you can't shut it off?
It like freezes. No, it just freezes. It says off and everything, but it doesn't kick off.
Well, see, you got RF in it.
That's what's causing the problem?
Yeah.
So when it happens, I just turn off the power supply and it resolves the problem. It's only happened twice.
Yeah, well, I remember I had to take mine. It locked up my whole radio. I couldn't do nothing. I had to do a whole master reset.
But I sometimes wonder if it's the radio, because I've never had that issue with my 991 Alpha or anything else, my 7100, so I'm kind of weird that it's happening with the 9700. I think it's a lot more of an isolated case with the radio.
I had it happen to mine twice, but then when I started running chokes, all the problems went away.
Well, I mean, maybe the radio does need chokes, but I'm just saying it didn't happen with the 991 Alpha. It doesn't happen with my 7100 or anything else I've run in here, so I feel it's an isolated case with the 9700.
Well, I had a problem with the 991 Alpha. Remember, I told you I wouldn't load up. I tuned up all the bands there, and I had to reset the thing a couple times, and I put chokes in the radio, and it runs fine now.
Okay, I'm just saying I haven't had those issues. But, it froze twice on me, not the same day, but several days apart, but it has happened twice. I was just wondering if that's happened with anybody else. But the resolution, I just had to turn my power supply off. Once it shut off, everything was back to normal.
Okay. I had mine, it locked up. I couldn't do anything. It locked up. You ever have that happen?
Don't think so. Just the freezing when I'm trying to turn the power off.
Oh, yeah, but did you try to change frequencies or no?
No, it's just a matter of turning the power button off to shut down, and it says the light goes on saying off, but it doesn't ever turn off. You know what I mean? It just freezes on me.
Okay, I know, but I didn't try to shut mine off. I tried to change frequencies. I couldn't do anything. So I had to do a master reset.
Comment?
Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, this is Curtis and Desert. AJ60. I've had that happen maybe 2 or 3 times on my 9700. But you got to remember that the on and off button also doubles. If you hit it real quick, it'll take a screen grab and save it as an image file. That, of course, you have to turn that on in the settings. And when it did freeze up, I unplugged it from the wall, then plugged it back in, and then it started working again.
Okay, what happens when you hit it real fast? What does it do?
It saves the image, whatever screen you have up on your radio, it'll save it to a file so you can send it to somebody.
On the on-off button? On-off button?
Yep, you just hit it real quick and it'll save an image file, and you can take it off the SD card and you can email it or just keep it for yourself.
I didn't know that. Is it in the manual?
Yes, sirree, Bobby.
Do I sound any clearer up there than I to you, Curtis? I put some more chokes on this thing.
Well, you're far enough away that you sound the same to me. You just sound loud and you sound clean.
Okay, I turned up the audio now. Does that make a difference up there?
Yeah, I think I like it better before you turned it up any.
Oh, you liked it better down below, huh? Okay, how's that?
Of course, Fred, you talk pretty loud anyway, so, you sound good right where you are. I'm not hearing any notice because you got more chokes on there, but of course, I'm far away from you.
Right, I put one of those big chokes, that big 4-inch choke, a big one.
Yeah, I need to pick a couple of them up for myself. In fact, that's one of the things that you never have too many of is chokes. In fact, I usually, if I need one, I go take it off something I already have it on and put it on what I want to put it on.
Well, buy more chokes. You won't have to do that then.
Yeah, well, those things, they don't exactly give those donuts away for free.
Well, you got that right.
But I do need to buy some more. I've been thinking about it. I've just been dragging my feet.
So, Curtis, the key to fixing that problem with the power button situation is hold it down longer, and that won't happen on you.
Yeah, that's normally how you turn it on off anyway. You hold it for 2 seconds or so, and it turns off. If you don't hold it long enough, you just hit it kind of quickly. That could cause it to freeze up. At least that's what I've noticed.
Okay, I'll have to pay more attention to it. Maybe that's what's caused it. So all I did to get it to go to normal is just turn off the power supply, and then it shut off on its own. Then I turned it back on, and everything was fine.
Yeah, that's what I did. Well, these radios, especially the 9700, which is SDR radio, it doesn't have your normal type of radio components in it. It has, an FPGA programmable doodad there, and it's more software-based type of thing. And computers sometimes they crash.
You got that right. I can tell you've really been tweaking your microphone. You sounded really good on that thing. It's making me consider that same microphone.
Well, you're sounding good too. The SM58, I think what you're using. It sounds great. It sounds fantastic. I don't know if it really improved my audio that much, but I'll tell you what, it sure looks cool. I did take a picture of it and put it on my QRZ page at the very last image on my QRZ.
Well, it's a broadcaster's microphone from what I'm researching. In fact, I was reading a bunch of reviews on it, and there's this one guy talking about he bought it strictly for ham operation, just like you.
Yeah, it's, I didn't need it. I already have a whole bunch of really good microphones around here. I just wanted one because you know what? Every time I look on the stream, I see Greg has the RE20, and I want something just like it.
Yeah, actually, I'm talking off a 57 instead of a 58 now. I switched over about 2 days ago, and so I'm trying this one out for size. I have like 4 different PA microphones. I've tried them all out, so I'm giving this one a shot for a while.
Yeah, it sounds good. I was using my Sennheiser microphone, which, $100 microphone. It's very similar to the SM57, 58, and it sounded fantastic. But having an RE320 with the shock mount and looking at you in the face, it makes me feel like a radio announcer. Over.
I was going to say, exactly.
Hey, Curtis. K6EGG here. I think you do sound a little more richer and cleaner is the best way I can describe it. You definitely always had presence there, but now it just sounds a little more crisp. Does that make sense? You should look back at some of the streams from a couple weeks ago and compare yourself to what you do now.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the stream right now, and I will definitely listen to it later. I do have the high frequencies kicked up a little bit more than normal, and the low frequencies too. So it's a little bit more full-bodied, I guess, what you call it.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I like the way it sounds. Natural. I'm into natural sounding microphones. If you try to but here's an example of unnatural sounding things. If you guys use like Bose headphones or Bose speakers, those are not very natural sounding. Those are very highly EQ'd to make them sound more rich. And personally, I don't like the way those sound. If that makes a good analogy of how I prefer things to sound.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I have several different stereos here, and I do have a Bose, what's it called, the 300, and I have the subwoofer for it, and it definitely has its own unique sound. And yes, a lot of people in the audio industry, they hate Bose. I can see why. They are highly processed. It has a lot of highs, a lot of mid-range. And I have other stereos here too that are more natural sounding. So I like to, I didn't need it. It's kind of like this microphone. I really didn't need the microphone, but I had the money, and I always wanted to have a Bose surround sound speaker type of system. So I picked one up a couple months ago. Anyway, I was going to mention, I went to Disneyland yesterday. They do not have the tram anymore. So wherever you park in the parking structure, you have to walk all the way from there to the front gate, which is probably a little over a mile walk. So I spent 9 hours at Disneyland with my whole family and all my grandkids and their wives. And, I didn't think I was going to make it back to the car. I was so tired. My feet were hurting so bad. And I hadn't walked out, I haven't walked very far since I had surgery. And so that was really, I thought for today I wasn't going to be able to get out of bed. But I feel actually pretty good.
That's brutal. Because that's like a 5-minute tram ride almost. And you got to walk that? So that's probably at least 15-minute walk. Oh my goodness! Yeah,
I was almost ready to go home once I got to the front gate. Yeah, it's a 20-minute walk, and that's if you're, moving along pretty good. So they did away with the tram. I'm sure they'll bring it back eventually, but right now you can't see them. You won't find them anywhere. And Disneyland was packed. I mean, it was packed. 90% of the people there were not wearing a mask, and some people were, and so it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with my kids. Just the walking, though, was, I don't know how many, I think it was probably about 30,000 steps or something I had to take. So my feet were barking by the time I got back to the car.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's 30,000 steps is a lot of steps for somebody in shape. So, yeah, that's a lot. I hope they get that tram going, because I can see a lot of people keeling over there. No offense, of course.
Yep, and I know what it's like getting out of bed if you've had surgery or anything. They did have to cut, a bunch of muscles in my chest, and you do use your chest muscles for pretty much everything, sitting up, getting out of bed, and everything. And that was probably one of the hardest things I had to overcome. Even it still hurts just a little tiny bit, but nowhere near as bad as it was when I first got out of the hospital.
And by the way, I just pulled up your QRZ page. Yeah, that microphone looks mighty nice in your station there. It looks very powerful talking into the big RE20 or 320 earcase. So congratulations there on your station there.
Curtis, you're only hitting me about an S1, but you're punching through like you're hitting me with about an S7.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're like an S5 to me, Keith, and let's see, Greg, you're like an S7. I think Fred is a 7, about the same. And I did hear Ron out there, what was it, about an hour ago when you were talking to him? He was about an S3.
And Curtis, you missed Denny where I talked to him. He was over in Boston. I talked to him on the Keller 2-meter D-Star repeater, so you just missed him.
Yeah, I just don't monitor, D-Star very often. Once in a while I do. It's hard to, it just has to be like a fluke. You get on there and give your call sign, or you could chunk the repeater so that your numbers come up across the screen. It's amazing that you were able to talk with him not even knowing he was there.
Oh, I was on this frequency, and he jumped on the stream and said, "Hey, I'm over on D-Star, meet me over there." So, on the 70 Charlie reflector. So we hooked up and talked for like 10, 15 minutes. So that was pretty cool. I think he almost has me sold on one of those open spot 3s.
Yeah, they're fun. I mean, they are a kick to have. It's just like having your own miniature repeater, because let me think. I don't know that much about D-Star. I know DMR, the only way you can log into a room is you have to curve chunk the repeater, and then the repeater will set a timer for 15 minutes. It'll let you hear everything that's on that room for 15 minutes, and if you don't key the repeater within 15 minutes, it just shuts off and you don't hear nothing. Then you have to curve chunk the repeater again, and it resets the repeater. I don't know if D-Star, I don't know if it's like that or not, but if you have a hotspot, you never have to curve chunk it. It's once you log into a room or a talk group, it stays active all the time.
I think I heard Dennis, the owner of the D-Star Keller repeater, mention if there's nothing going on for 15 minutes, it normals back to its pre-programmed reflector if you change it. So I think it does have some of those features. But I don't know about the hotspots.
Yeah, I've had my open spot 2 for, about 2 years. It is fun. It is really cool. My grandson thinks it's the coolest thing in the world because it changes colors when it's transmitting or when it's receiving. And, anything that blinks on and off for a little 10-month-old boy, he wants it. Anyway, I'm going to take a standby here and see if anybody else wants to say some words of wisdom. This is AJ60, Apple Valley.
Actually, I'm going to say some final words of wisdom on the radio for this evening. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm going to sign off for tonight. I'm going to keep the stream going for a little bit longer if you guys want to play with your audio, or you guys are going to continue talking so somebody out of town can watch or listen. So anyways, you guys have a good evening. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. I wish I could join Keith and the boys for lunch tomorrow, but unfortunately, I don't think I can do the drive, that far of a drive right now. But you guys take care. This is Greg, K6EGG. Have a good evening.
All right, Greg, take care. I didn't even realize it's almost 10 o'clock.
Stream will be continuing for a little bit.
73 to you, WA6QXA.
And it's just
good night, Greg. I didn't know it was that late either. I thought it was like 8:30. AJ60.
stream will stay going here. So
Same here, Curtis. I thought it was like, about 8:30 exactly.
Well, that's about time for me to turn the radio off and find me something on YouTube to watch.
Roger that. Same here. So 73 to you all, you, Curtis, and whoever else might be listening. This will be WA6QXA signing off for tonight.
Okay, Keith. And Fred, your radio sounding good. You're loud and you're clean. You can't have too many chokes. If I had that many, I'd have them on my radio too. Talk to you guys later. AJ60 going QRT.
And for you guys watching the stream, I don't know, it looks like 7 or 8 of you guys. I'm going to shut her off for tonight. I'll definitely be back on tomorrow and Saturday. So I'll probably be on in the afternoon time, Pacific time, hopefully before 3 o'clock or around 3 o'clock. So set your timers, and don't forget to come back. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom right. This is Greg, K6EGG. Have a good evening wherever you're watching.